Hi everyone. When you are thinking of your research problem, don't forget to think about the what, why, how, where, who, and when. So, in today's video, I will quickly explain to you how you can think about it when you are formulating your research problem. So, the what includes what are the facts, what should happen if no decision was made or solution was found. What do I need in order to find a solution? The why could include why do I want to achieve a solution? Why did the problem or opportunity arise? Why do I need to find a solution or way forward at all? Ask all the five whys. In the how, you can think about how will the situation be different? How relevant is the information I am gathering? How can I find out more? And how can I involve relevant people? In the where, think about where did the issue arise? Where does it impact? Is the where important? If so, why? In the who, think about who are you trying to please? Who cares about this situation? Who is affected? Who is involved? Information, help, action. Think about these terms. Who needs to be informed? And in when, think about when did the issue arise? When do we need to act? And by when must it be resolved? So let me give you an example here. Here, you think that you are thinking of a research problem where you are trying to investigate why is there a housing crisis amongst a certain community in a city. So when you think about what, so think about what is it that you want to achieve. Are you trying to solve the housing crisis? Are you trying to provide any kind of solutions towards addressing this problem? What are the facts? Is there really a housing crisis? What would happen if this crisis was not solved or a solution was not found? And what do you need in order to find a solution to the housing crisis? Are you really equipped to find a solution? Do you have a background in it? Do your supervisors have a background in it? And why do you think you can find a solution? In the whys, think about why do you want to achieve a solution to the housing crisis? Um, and why did you come across this problem? Was it your personal problem that you encountered? Was it something that you were involved in during work? Were you involved in a government or a council body that dealt with this problem? Do you have the background for this? And why do you need to find a solution or a way forward at all? Think about how can you contribute to society? Can you really contribute? Can the findings of your research really reach the people where, or reach the organization or reach the body where solutions can be formulated? How will the situation be different if you don't find a solution, or if you do find a solution, how will it impact you or the society or the community or the profession you are in? How relevant is the information that you are gathering? Is it going to impact only that particular community that you're studying, or is it going to solve housing crisis for all communities in different cities, different countries? Is it a universal problem, or your solutions can be generalized to other solutions as well? And how will you find out more about this problem? Are there any secondary research reports provided? Are there any government reports provided? Do you have any access to previous research that was conducted? Are you working with an organization that solved these problems? And how can you involve the relevant people? So who are the relevant people in this problem? How can you contact them? Do you have access to them? Would you be able to collect data from them? Then think about where is the issue arising. So is the issue arising only in a particular city or state that you're living in? Is it impacting a particular suburb? Is it impacting a particular community, people from a certain religion? Where is the problem occurring? So is there a problem because of other factors and not the factor that you are thinking of? So you might be thinking of that there's a housing crisis occurring because there are too many immigrants walking into a particular city. But is that the problem? Is that why it is occurring? Or is it simply because the government doesn't have enough infrastructure to address this problem? So when you think about the who, think about who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to get this report out to? Who do you want your readers to be? Are your readers the policymakers? Are your readers the immigration authorities? Are you talking about the government or the policymakers or the infrastructure developers? So who is your readers when it comes to a housing crisis or solving it? Who cares about this situation? Who will benefit from him? Who will you reach out to? When you solve a particular research problem after your PhD is done, in which area do you want to work in? Who do you want to take note of your research? Who do you want to attract so that they reach out to you and seek you out as an expert once you're done with your thesis, or once you're done with your research, or you start publishing your research findings? And then think about, when has this issue started to arise? When do you need to act? By when must it be solved? So you cannot take a situation which may be solved in another 6 months. So for example, if the housing crisis has only occurred because a lot of students have come into a city and they have started studying, is the housing crisis still there if the students have shifted to online learning mode after COVID has occurred? Or is the housing crisis still there if students decide to study via distance? Or is there a semester break for 3 or 4 months? Is the housing crisis still going to be there? So think about the problem, think about the what, why, how, where, who, and when, and only then you can come out with a research problem. You can formulate a research problem. So you should be able to answer all these questions that I have asked you in your formulated research problem, and that way you can frame it in a way that will be worthy of an investigation in a PhD. So that is the difference between a PhD, a master's, or an honors, or a thesis project, or a short report, is that the extent of the problem that you are investigating, the seriousness of it, the impact of it, how deep you want to go into, what are the variables involved, and how generalized or how generalizable your problem is, and the solutions that you will propose will be to different contextual scenarios, to different settings, different states, different cities. Remember, you are aiming to be an expert in solving this problem. So once you finish your PhD, people should be reaching out to you and asking your input, your expertise in solving this problem. So when you solve a problem, and when you're thinking of a research problem, think about how you can solve this problem within the next 3 or 4 years as a PhD student, but also how this problem can be scaled to a research, or scaled to something that can be investigated further, that can be dealt with in a way that makes you the expert in different settings as well, not only in the settings that you have investigated the research. So this is where your supervisors will come in. So when you're thinking of the problem, think about these questions, think about noting down points against each of these: what, why, how, where, who, when, and then discussing it with your supervisors so that you find a possible breakthrough in formulating the right research problem, especially for the level of research that you are doing. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you soon with my next video. Bye for now.